Out of Time, one of Denzel's movies, starring Denzel Washington, Ava Mendes, Sanaa, Latham, and Dean Cain. Good movie, suspense movie, thriller movie, cop movie. It's got a lot of parts, got a lot of moving parts. This movie is 1 hour, 45 minutes, PG-13, and it came out in 2003. Looking back, not really a long time ago, but I would say it is not the best Denzel movie. It's a good one. It is a good one. Everything Denzel touches is great. This one's not his best, but it is really good. It's about a police chief, and he's planning on stealing this big heist money that they've got in his vault. He's going to run away with his ex-girlfriend. Cheated on his wife with his ex, probably some other women, they hint. And he's decided he's going to steal this money and run away with her, even though she's got a husband, Dean Cain. One of the best lines in movies he uses in this movie. He's talking to him, and he taps him on the back and he says, "Give your wife my best, if you can." And I was like, whoa, that was a cut. That was good, because he's clearly telling him, "I'm sleeping with your wife." So that was a good movie. There's definitely a chemistry between Sanaa Latham and Denzel, but there's also one between Dean Cain and Denzel, because these two on screen look like they legit hate each other. You know, it was good. It was really good. That chemistry was great. And when I saw this movie, I'm looking back at this movie, I'm thinking he was kind of like Training Day Lorenzo, extra light. Because Lorenzo was a lunatic. He played that character. He was a lunatic. He was a murderer. He was a bad guy. But the police chief, and he's a cop in this movie, the police chief is a thief, a liar, a cheat, a murderer. He killed somebody, killed at least one person, threw him out a window. So I'm like, he's a bad guy. But still, looking at the Lorenzo character, he's not nearly as bad. But it was a good movie. I mean, Denzel sets out to rob his own police department for this girl. Then he finds out, and the only reason he really doesn't do it is because he finds out that she is planning on robbing him. So now he's got to go back into cop mode and stop her. But he was going to rob him, so he is a bad dude. So, I mean, at the end of the movie, you're like, it's Denzel, yeah, he's a good guy. But if you think about it, his plan was to rob them and steal from them. And he didn't mind killing somebody along the way. So it's a good movie, but and there's some pretty good twists. But I just can't get over that. He was the bad guy, but they make you love him. It's Denzel. You're gonna love him. How are you not? You know, even as Lorenzo, you know, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. He plays the bad guy, but people quote that all the time because it's Denzel. You love even his villains. And in this one, he's kind of still the villain, but it's Denzel. So, yeah. A couple of good fight scenes. A couple of good one-liners. There's one guy in there, the coroner, who's hilarious. He's pretty funny throughout the whole movie. And he's a great wingman because he pops up and gives Denzel excuses like a genie or something. If they would have came back at the end of the movie and said that he was like an angel or something, I'd have been like, yeah, that makes sense. Because he would just like walk up, oh, hey, yeah, that was my phone number. Remember I called you? And I was like, wow, that was pretty good. Every guy needs a wingman like that. He even tells him, hey man, if you want, we can steal this money. We can take it right now. I got it. We can dip. And I was like, wow. I mean, that's criminal. Never steal money. But if you were going to, that was the wingman to do it with. That guy was like, yeah, he was down for whatever. You know, that was a good guy. But be that as it may, stealing from the police aside, I would give this movie, starring Denzel and a great cast, pretty good story. Got a little old lady that's got a little bit of racism in it because all black people look alike to her. I would still give this movie 7 bags of popcorn. 7 bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think about that. Have you seen this? Out of time? What's your favorite Denzel Washington movie? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.